Interval training for squash on the bike. Today I want to talk about what I feel is potentially the best off-court exercise you can do to improve your squash. Early in my squash career, I spent a lot of time on courts solo hitting to improve my technique. As I started to move up the ladder and play stronger opponents, I started to find that after my first game or two, I would be so gassed that my technique wouldn't count for anything because I was too tired to get into position. Eventually, my fitness started to catch up because I was playing a lot of practice matches multiple times a week. However, I still felt as though I was lagging behind in this area. About a year ago, I pulled a muscle just below my knee. I couldn't really do much on court, so I was looking for things to do off court while I stretched and waited for the muscle to recover. Running was out of the question because that put too much strain on my leg. This is when I decided to hop on the stationary bike at the gym. 6 months later, when I got back on court, something amazing happened. I was the one outrunning those stronger opponents. It felt pretty good not being the one gasping for air by the end of Game 3. So what did I do during those 6 months? 2 words: interval training. Here's what I would prescribe if you're looking to bump your fitness up a division. 3 times a week, carve out 16 minutes in your day to hop on a bike. Set the resistance on the bike to something fairly easy. This will be your recovery speed. Cycle at low intensity for 90 seconds. After 90 seconds, crank the resistance half a turn. For the next 30 seconds, sprint as fast as you possibly can. If you can't hold on for the full 30 seconds, that's not a problem. After that 30 seconds, decrease the resistance back to where you started and get ready for another cycle. You're going to try and do this 8 times. So 90-second recovery, 30 seconds all-out sprint. 2 minutes per cycle. Now this is a funny workout because for it to be effective, you need to fail. When I do this type of training, I go into each sprint section telling myself that I'm going to push so hard that there will be no way I can do this again in 90 seconds. If by the 6th or 7th interval I can't physically sprint for more than 5 seconds, then I know I've made this workout count. On the other hand, if you can coast through 8 sprint intervals without breaking a sweat, you either need to up the resistance on the bike or push much harder. If you do this for 6 months, I can just about guarantee that your squash will improve immensely. Summer is the perfect time to start this type of training since most people spend the off-season doing other things. Come September, you'll be laughing your way all the way to the top of your box. Now why is this workout so great? First of all, it's much easier on the joints than running. If you want to play squash till you retire, cycling is a great choice. Secondly, interval training conditions your body to recover quickly, which is exactly what you need to do between rallies in an actual match. If you can come back from one hard rally and your opponent can't, that could completely shift the momentum in the game. Sprinting on the bike will also improve your stamina on court. You'll be able to rally longer and at a faster pace. As your fitness improves, you can challenge yourself by playing around with the interval times. Maybe sprint 15 seconds and then rest for 45. As long as you're repeatedly going hard and then allowing for some time to recover, you will see the many benefits of this type of training when you get back on court. I try and make new videos at least weekly. If you want to see more fitness-related videos, hit that like button or subscribe to my Patreon and help me teach the world how to play squash.